What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, we've got a PTR coming for the next update in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. It is promised by Chromatic that it will be here this week. Now, there was no Friday stream this previous week. However, the week before, they said the PTR would be here last week. However, this past Friday, when they announced that there would not be a dev stream this week, they also said that the PTR will indeed be here this upcoming week. Now, what's coming in this PTR? Well, we don't really know. We know a little hint of it, but we don't know a whole lot that's coming. This next update for Dungeon Defenders Awakened is not a content update, but a balance update and an update changing some systems. Now, we don't know everything quite yet, but we do know that all of the heroes have been gone through and looked at. Now, one thing that stood out right away that has been told is the Squire is getting a shield throw, like Captain America style, bouncing targets to targets, etc. I am super duper stoked to look at that. Now, additionally, we know that the Squire's defenses need a little bit of love. The Harpoon Tower is lacking a little bit of grandeur, as is the Bowling Ball Towers. Now, you can make these things work. If you're geared through the teeth, of course, you can build them out and make it work, but they just don't quite match up with the other defenses. So, these two defenses, in my opinion, need a little bit of love, and I am assuming that at a minimum, they at least got looked at. Now, additionally, well, you know, the Huntress Traps. The Huntress Traps they just need something. The Inferno Trap is just straight up useless except for memes, and the Explosive Trap is right on the verge of grandeur, and it is quite usable now, but it's just not comparable to other 3DU defenses in the game. The attack time is so slow, every 2 seconds, and this, of course, is with having, 5,400 defense rate into my explosive traps, and still just kind of lacking a little bit of pizzazz, no doubt. So explosive traps need a look. The Inferno Trap needs a look, and I'm hoping both of those get looked at. Now, with the PTR coming, well, what can you do to prepare for it today? Now, first off, don't sweat it. There's no reason to grind for it. The PTR is a testing server only in a testing environment, so anything you do on it will just be testing purposes only and you playing around, and none of the progress you make on the PTR will be saved. So don't really sweat putting a lot of effort into it. However, we know that the Squire is getting that shield toss. With that in mind, we know that the abilities in Dungeon Defenders are generally based off of the weapon. So it's probably going to be a pretty good idea to have a couple of swords laying around if you want to jump in and test out that shield toss right away. Swords are going to control the amount of damage that the shield does, unless there is some sort of major system change. Additionally, the defenses I mentioned, well, we've got the Harpoon Towers. That is going to be a guard piece, so you're going to want to make sure you have a guard set ready to go for if you're doing fusion or the rifted content. That way you can test out those Harpoon Towers. Now, these, of course, you can always borrow gear from another hero and throw them onto the Squire temporarily just to check out what gets changed, if anything gets changed with it at all. And, of course, besides the Squire shield throw, everything else is just a guess. They haven't revealed anything else about what's coming, other than all of the heroes have been looked at, and there will be balance passes going through and making some of these defenses a little bit more viable. Now, as I mentioned, there's no dates yet. We just know this upcoming week, so there's no targeted date for the PTR launch. I, for one, am hoping it comes early in the week. If you do a little investigative work and play Detective Defender, you can find on Steam DB that there is actually been a build uploaded already to Steam that is a pre-PTR build ready to go. Now, does that mean anything? Of course not. It may have just been testing, but there is something there right now hidden on Steam that you can see on SteamDB. Now, as soon as we know some more information and exactly when and what is going to be happening with the PTR, of course, I will be posting it all up and covering it right here on the channel. Now, I, for one, am excited to jump in and check out these new changes. You know, it's not a content update yet. This is not the Episode 2 update. That will come later down the road. However, I think this could bring some much requested changes to Dungeon Defenders Awakened. So that will do it for now. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? What defenses or heroes do you feel like needs a look? Hopefully Chromatic has gone through and checked out those things. But thank you all once again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.